This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Habtoor Polo Club for our first game of the 17th edition of the Gold Cup 2026. And this match is between Bangladesh and the UAE. Bangladesh in the familiar blue shirts, and I think UAE are coming out pink this afternoon, especially for the Gold Cup, which is good to see. So we have 6 teams here for this, with Gantut joining us for the Gold Cup. So it's starting all over again to see who's going to get themselves through to the sub-finals and the finals there on the 14th of February, which we're certainly looking forward to. And if you haven't already got your tickets for the 14th, if you're in the UAE, please do so. And if not, please tune in, of course, to Polo Line. And follow on Facebook. And leave a few messages if you can. And we'll see if you can give you a shout out. And there you see, just on screen here now, you've got Luquin Monteverde coming out onto the field. And in this first chukker, Luquin to come out on Nova. Her Highness to come out on Sura. Rochi to come out on Ancestral, and Salva to come out on Kayan. Ferry out on the Little Grey Chiva, and Cachetti on Baron, and Rockstar there for Alfredo Capella. And so on screen you can see we have there, playing at #1 for Bangladesh Polo Team, is Haida Bangladesh. At #2, Ferivon Potovsky. At 3, Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. At 4, Alfredo Capella. 20 goals in total. And then for the UAE, we have a Highness Sheikh Maitha bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum playing at #1, and at #2 is Luquin Monteverde. At 3, Rosendo Torreguita, and at 4, Salvador Hareche. So we're looking for a very exciting game out here this afternoon for our first match in the Gold Cup, and our umpires out there on the field. They've already gathered the teams over to the far side. So we're throwing the first 3 chukkers in over the 5 chukker match from the Villa side of the field here on field #3. And the last 2 in front of us here at Polo Line. And our umpires on screen are the Prof, Chris Hyde, and Matthias Babeni. And the third man being Peter Wright. So the last final warming up touches by the players there. And of course, jump onto our social media, please. It's Instagram at Polo Line OK, Facebook at Polo Line Int, and Polo Line TV for YouTube. And please follow us at Habtoor, the Habtoor Polo Club, and at DXB Polo Gold Cup Series. To keep you up to date with all the events, the schedules, and some wonderful opportunities to win fantastic prizes here at Habtoor. So just a few little last words there from the umpires to the teams. I'm looking for some nice clean games. There have been some lovely clean games there in the Silver Cup so far. So let's hope that continues on through here into the Gold Cup this time. So the 2 teams lining up here now. They've had a week off, basically, and they're looking forward to getting back into it again Very eager both teams will be to get a first win out here this afternoon. So ball into play, gets stuck in the middle of the line out, coming away with it there is Hyder. Hyder gets ridden off out of it and looking to control that one there. It was Roger, couldn't quite do so, but it's sent up there by Podolski. Podolski's ball, though, is stopped by Roger. Roger Toriguitar comes in to Fedi. Fedi comes in, gets the hook, the two greys together. Lukin comes to try and steal that one back again, trying to get back round onto that one there. It was Fedi, but it's going to be picked up here by Lukin. Lukin Monteverde sends that one up forward, but straight into the pony there of Llorente. And so we'll get a free hit. The penalty to be given here now, and it looks like it is going to be given there to Bangash. Umpires deeming that Thomas had every right to be in that position. And so the ball's been teed up by Alfredo Capella. Alfie in the maroon helmet. The purple helmet there of Alfredo Capella Barucci. Comes in, first time hits along the ground, but it's long, it's hard, it's up there looking for Fedi. Fedi gets past the back man there on that one there. He's got a little bit of time. Can he check up, turn, and control the pony and bring that one in towards the goal and opens up the account here? So a lovely play there by Podolski. Podolski got a lovely pass from Alfredo Capella, but he had to come in and beat the last man in the form of Salva. You can see he comes in through onto it, has to check up, come across the back line, and manages to pop that one away. A nice sneaky little goal there from Federico von Podolski. So back to the middle of the field it is. Just lining up change stands, of course. Looking for a little bit of order in there, a little bit of a gap to try and get in and out. But again, we get stuck at the front. Hyder's on it, gets a bump and a shove and pushed off away from that one there. And looking to come away with it here now is Salva. Leaves it now for Lukin. Lukin comes forward, being shadowed there by Podolski. And he fishes that one up forward as Salva comes back. But the next onto this one here will be Hyder. Hyder comes in, gets a backhand, consistent, solid as ever. Near side pick up here there by Tomasito in front of Rochi, but we get a whistle on the play. And of course, I'd like to give a shout out there to Carol, who's watching there in Scotland, getting the opportunity to watch Rochi. And I hope you're well. We're finding it a bit cool and breezy here, but not half as parky as it is with you back at home. I'm sure it'll be fresh, and hopefully it's not drich. So, the ball being teed up here this time now by Salva Herechi. So Salva coming around here now on Gainer. Goes with on-time play, gives that ball a ride, an absolute monster hit from the young man, but it just goes to the right-hand side of the goalpost. So wide it is. And so the ball's on the back line here now for Capella to bring in. Podolski goes out on a run, goes one way, comes the other way. Classic play, sends it out, keeping that one away there from Lukin, who is the primary. Going across to him there is Rogers. We've got two greys there together. Nice play there by Fedi. Checking up onto it is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito in there with Salva. Salva just infringed a little bit, but managed to pick the ball up on the near side here now. Picks it up once again, avoids the hook, now falls here for Capella. Capella just settles things down a little bit. Looks up, goes out wide here now. Slips it back for Tomasito. Tomasito has a little bit of a window to send that one through. Comes off the pony there of Lukin. Lukin clears away from the danger zone and fishes that one out here now nicely to this lovely grey pony of Roches. Ancestral runs beautifully this pony, but back to him quickly there was Podolski, and trying to send this one forward there is Lukin, but he gets interfered with in his play there by Tomasito, who comes up with the spoils and sends the backhand, and it looks like it's going to be Podolski to come onto it here now. Podolski, he's hungry, he's looking for something more here now, and you see Salva being kept off out of it there by Alfredo, giving a bit of a luxury in time there for Federico von Podolski. 2 goals there for Fedi on Chiva. You see he just whizzes off to go and change her. She says, you've done enough for the moment, thank you my love, you'll come back a little bit later. And it is Podolski on screen there. Great play there by Alfie to give a little bit of space and time there. Fedi come out on Corazon. And So the ball into play. Back of the line out. Here picked up, though, by Tomasito. Turns one way, turns the other. He's got Lukina in contention there with him. Yields off and leaves it now for Capella. Capella fizzes that ball up forward here now for Tomasito. Goes for the first time play. Couldn't pick it up. And it's now left there for Lukina, who finds a little bit of space and time. And he's looking for something here now. Does so. Fizzes that one forward up here to Highness. Highness bombing down the middle of the field here at great pace, looking to put that pressure on, but it's going to be Alfredo Capella to pick it up and take it away there from Lukina, with Tomasito in behind, checks up the pony, yields off it, leaves it for Tomasito, and Tomasito looks to come back inside the next two pair of players, as it were. And now Alfredo sends that one up here now, looking to play some nice open running polo here now. Getting onto that first there is Hyder, trying to get back over to it. There is Petovsky, manages to do so. Great bit of horsemanship there by Petovsky to manage to get to it, and sends that one up once again here now for Hyder. Hyder comes in. Hyder Bangash just got off the plane, and well done, Hyder Bangash. Goal number 3 on the board there for Bangash. On a little bit of a route here in this Chukker number 1. Some nice open running polo. Not messing around with it. You see it goes back to Fede. Fede sends it back up there to Hyder, and Hyder, very dangerous in front of goal. Just split the team and split them well. So back to the middle of the field once more. A couple of changes going on. Players from in the pink are going to have to get onside. Ball's already in play, and out the back of the line out it comes, and it's going to be Jauretche to come in. Now we're all back on side again, and Jauretche up on this near side. Tomasito going back with him hard. Tomasito trying to put the pressure on, gets taken away, and Lukina comes through here at pace here now and comes into it, gets hooked off out of that play. The ball comes wide, ball out of the air, through the goal by Salva Jauretche. Yo, that'll be spectacular to watch there on the replays. So you see Lukina just hopping from one to the other. Pony's keen to get on with it. Takes the ball in the air, under the neck. Thank you very much indeed. Makes it look very easy. So Lukina back mounted up again, but they're coming on side this time because they're heading towards, and you can see from behind the goals, Golasso here. So ball into play. Once again, it is coming away, Lukina. He's going to go deeper down to his own territory. Dummies the backhand, looks to turn it round. He's got Petovsky there. His new best friend, or who he's calling his nemesis, comes forward here now. Does Lukina Monteverde. Lukina opens that shoulder up, lets the ball do the work and fizzes it up the top, but it's stopped beautifully there by Alfredo Capella. Alfie settles things down again, goes with a turn. Comes back inside of Rocci on this here. Gets told to use it. He does. A monster neck shot up the middle of the field here once again, but as you see, kept off out of that one there by Salva was Petovsky, but Petovsky came up the spoils, but Lukina spoils that one quickly enough, and Rocci comes back in, and Tomasito couldn't quite get onto it. The backhand comes in. Salva's going to have to quickly turn onto that one, but just giving enough space and time here for Capella to get in onto the play. And there might be a little bit of a technical foul going on here now. Let's see what the umpires decide. But see if we can see something on the replay. Ooh, a bump and a shove and a push to a blue player, pushing a pink player into another pink player. Could be the call. That's what I see anyway, but they've got a much better view and a much better idea of what's going on. So see what the umpires decide, and it looks like a ball has been dropped, and it looks like it's going to be dropped down in favour of the pink shirts of the UAE. And so Alfredo giving a little bit of polite direction there to Fede, you can probably hear in the background. So players called. And Salva to bring this in here now. Salva Jauretche. A bit of tactics going on. You see Rocci's in there trying to look after Tomasito. That's evidently his job. And here we have Salva comes up there to Fede. Reckons he's got the pony to get up past this one here now. Burns past him on this one here. Keeps it short. Keeps coming forward. Goes a little bit wide. Loses a bit of momentum. Couldn't quite pick that one up. But it's enough there for Lukina to come round back onto here. Lukina Monteverde pulls that one off the boards with Petovsky waiting for him. Lukina in there. Gets rid of the ball, sends it up because the umpire just counting it down, telling me he has to get on with this game here now. And getting onto that one is Alfredo. He just brushes past his man and takes it out wide, and across the field it goes. And we have another whistle on the play. And that, in fact, it's not just another whistle. That is end of Chukker, I believe. Or maybe we had the whistle before the hooter. And so, yes, we do. We have a penalty here now in favour of UAE from the 60-yard line. And maybe... And so we do have a penalty for a 60-yard penalty being teed up there by Salva Herechi. This will be the last play of the Chukker, I imagine. So the clock should really go back by 5 seconds, Sully. So, Salva Herechi. Comes up to this one, drives, shoots, sends it, goes through the players and through the goals it is. So another one on the board there for UAE. Make it 2 goals it is now to the UAE, 3 to Bangash. And that there will end Chukker number 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit breezy out here this afternoon, so need a little bit more determination with the hooter, please, down there, timekeeper. And so the 2 teams will leave the field of play to quickly change ponies before they come back out once again to start Chukker number 2. So here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back it is for Chukker number 2 in our first match of the 17th edition Gold Cup 2026 here in Dubai at Al Habtoor Polo Resort Club. And in Chukker number 2 we have a Highness coming out on River, Lukin on Kalchaki, and it is Rochi out here on Kalarina, Salva on Illuminant, Ferid come out on Tiffany, Guccetti, Penitente, and Alfie to come out on Rabicano. So, ball into play, picked up here now by Salva once again. Salva comes up onto it. Freddy having a bit of a word about something, but it's not going to help him out whatsoever. But it's nicely picked up here by Rochi. Rochi in there with Alfie. Alfie gets the better of that ride off there and pushes him off wide out of it. Leaves the ball here for Tomasito. Tomasito Fernandez Llorente going to get hassled and pressurised, so he goes back round again, back onto it, and it's now picked up here by Alfredo Capella, coming back to help things out as Salva goes up now to Alfredo instead. Coming in behind is Tomasito. Tomasito on the play, under the neck. Nice little open play there. Puts it up there for Alfredo. Needs his men to go forward. Tomasito has gone for the big run and he sends that one out Tomasito's way. And Tomasito looking to pick this one up here up onto his near side, but neither he nor Lukun could pick it up. And it's left for Salva Herechi. Herechi checks, turns, comes back inside there of Pitovsky and puts it out underneath him for Rochi to come and pick up here now. Toriguitar up on the play, trying to attract the attention of the umpires to no reason whatsoever as Tomasito, as Lukin keeps running this ball forward, but goes up forward and plays a bit of show and go there with Alfredo. He takes the bouncing ball and puts it away. A lovely goal there by Lu. So Rochi Toriguitar taking the man on, the big Alfredo Capella, and putting it away well. Lovely goal there by Torre. So, two teams lining up. Ball back into play. Skews out the back. Looking to get onto it. It's the backhand there. The backhand gets stopped, though, by Capella. Capella being hassled there by Salva. Salva Reggie. Polo working hard on the big man. Sends it up forward, looking for Petovsky, but first back onto it here is going to be Monteverde. Monteverde checks up on this play. Ooh, and looking to try and pick something out of that. Manages to get it. Sneaky, very clever play there by Petovsky. Let's see what the umpires decide. You can watch it on here now. He just loiters and then pounces. So he's there, checks, loiters, pounces. Does try and manipulate the angle a little bit, but you saw him just pausing and then pouncing onto it. But shut down the opportunity there for Lukin to make that turn. So the ball's brought back here now for a penalty 3. I believe it is. It might be a 2. But no, it looks like it's penalty 3. For Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. No, just 2. Comes up to this one, just drops the hammer down, and oh, it slipped to the left-hand side, so an opportunity gone a begging there with 3 apiece it is now. They were looking for the 4th, were Bangash, and so the ball's on the back line here once again. 4. Salva Reggie. Salva. Brings it up forward here now. Comes up onto that one there, drives it long and hard, and out there for Lukin. Checks up, turns. You see, already gone up forward there is Rocci, looking for the big bomb. The bomb comes up, going back with him there is going to be Tomasito. He pushes Tomasito wide off out of that one there and comes to pick it up. Tomasito was hooking off out of the play, so hasn't really got much in that one there, allowing Rocci into it, but he left that one behind, and it's going to be Alfredo. Reaches out a long way to come pick this one up. He's got a player sort of half in his way, but he managed to pick it up again. Did Alfredo Capella, and Capella's coming down here now. Up the middle of the field, he comes with that one there, but it's only as far as Lukin. Lukin, good strong tail backhand there by Lukin, trying to get up onto it and gets past one man there. Does Torre gets the place spoilt there, but he manages to pick it up now. Does Alfredo Capella. Capella opens that shoulder up and tries to fizz that ball up. He grabs a bit of dirt on it, but it's only being picked up here now by Lukin. Lukin, nice little pass there, out there for Salva. Salva goes with the open backhand. Beautiful open backhand. Lovely, classy, passing play. This is Polo, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely pass there by Salva. Out here for Rocci. Rocci looking to run this one all the way home. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Now that was a classy goal. Although I say so myself. And we just see the end of it there where it started off with pass to Salva. Salva decides to change the flow of play completely and opens up a lovely, acute angled backhand out there for Torre. That goal really should go to Salva. So, lining up there, ball into play. Out it skews here now. Trying to get onto this one first is going to be Petovsky. Petovsky near side, going back with his Lukin. Lukin gets taken by Fede onto his near side. He tries to play the ball, and in comes Haider. Haider looking for another one. Haider Bangash. Oh, but we got a whistle. And Haider Bangash puts another one on the scoreboard. Lukin saying he couldn't really go near side, but he's saying the umpire's seeing that he can. Oh, Haider, you're on fire out here this afternoon. You scored 50% of the goals out here this afternoon for your team. And we have a penalty 1 for too much of a strong objection going on. And therefore we have a technical, and the ball's going to be starting off with a hit in from the 5B midfield penalty in favour of Bangash. What did Haider have for breakfast? Must have been on Emirates. So, Alfredo Capella. Alfie comes in, gives that ball a ride. It's been held up a little bit in the wind, but out just to the left-hand side it goes. First back onto it here is going to be Jauregui. He's got a little bit of space and time, but coming back to him there is Tomasito. He's just going to have to keep pushing on forward with the play. Had to give him time to move. No, he reciprocates and sends that one back with a little bit of purchase on it. And who's the man at the back door? It is Capella in there with Torre off. The next shot. It's a beast. It's Capella. Puts it out into open space. Looking to get up onto this one here is Haider once again. Haider comes up onto it. gives that ball a ride up the field. He couldn't quite get enough to get it through the goals, but coming back onto it to clear that one away is Salva. Under the neck he goes, keeps it running around rather than putting it into the traffic. Good play there once again by Haurici. Shallow there by Pitolski. So he unloads it and just try and get onto that one there. It was Lukine, but look who has met it. It's Alfredo, and Alfredo has slipped past his man, and he's left the ball here now for Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Slips in behind him to form the train once again. It's Tomasito Fernandez Llorente trying to work his way through the traffic. The GPS is working hard. He's trying to get further forward, and he finds traffic just too much. It comes to a bit of a stalemate, and finally we get a whistle on the play. Well, we have a situation of players not clearing the way, not clearing that right of way for the player to come through at momentum. Let's have a look on the replay. Thank you very much to Polo Line. And you can see again, this is probably a better angle. Bringing it forward, he's got players in front, players behind, can't make a shot. No, umpire saying, just not clearing up. You're holding up play. And we end up with a penalty being dropped down here for Tomasito and Bangash. So the penalty 2 just being teed up there by Pitolski. So Federico scored 2 goals so far. Hyder scored 2 goals. So Pitolski comes up to this one here. Comes in, drops the mallet down, the flags aloft, and there's an extra on the board there for Federico von Pitolski, making 5 goals it is to Bangash. And 4 for the UAE. So back to the middle of the field as umpire Benny goes to pick a ball up, a stray one on the field. So Benny. Comes up onto it, throws that ball in, stuck at the front of the line out once again, looking for that one's Hyder, but taken away from him there by Torreguitar, but he shows a little bit too much of that one there for Tomasito as he gets kept off out of that play there by Alfredo Capella. We hear a cry of anguish. Just going on off the play, and you can see Alfie just peeling Rochi off away from the play. So the umpire's just discussing this one here. Now Reggie's adamant it's going all the way up the field. And we have oh, yes, and there has been a yellow card given there to a UAE player. And so therefore we are going to a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty here now for Bangash. Being teed up there by Alfredo Capella. Pony just breaks on him a little bit, but he gets hold of it well, and through the goals it is for goal number 6 on the board, opening up Capella's account here this afternoon. 6 goals it is to Bangash, 4 for the UAE. You just saw his Pony just breaking on him a bit, but not a problem for the big fella. And so, back to the middle once more 43 on the clock. The ball get into play. Ball into play. Into play it is. Out the back of the line out. Tomasito picks this one up here now. Checks, looks to come back in. Salva steals that one away. Poaches it beautifully. And he's on the loose here now. It is Salva Harechi. Harechi up on the move here now. Going towards goal. Harechi got a little bit past it. Can he swoop that one back in? No, he just put a little bit too much on it on that approach shot. And it just put too much difficulty in. It just goes wide. And so it's on the back line for Bangash. So players called. Capella to bring it in. First two is just about to go. Brings up the primary. This time, uses that ball. Huda goes up there now for Pitovsky. Pitovsky gets the first time crack and sends an absolute bomb up the field, looking to get up past his man. But got the better of him there, does Salva. Comes to near side backhand. Near side backhand ricochets off a pony to be collected and picked up there by Lukeen. Beautifully brings that ball round and sends it the other way here now, but there's no pink shirts up the front there. Trying to come back is Salva, but it looks like it's Hyder coming back onto this first. Hyder cuts it out wide. It's picked up now by Tomasito. And there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end our first two chukkers of this match here this afternoon. And two cracking chukkers they've been as well. Some nice open running Polo using the ball. And so the score at the end of chukker number 2 is 6 goals it is for Bangash, 4 for the UAE. And so we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo line whilst the players change. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers, and all of us here at Habtoor in Dubai. We're up there in the camp of the UAE with Salvareggi and Her Highness in the background there. And out here in chukker number 3, Highness to come out on Jaeger, Lukeen to come out on Ruleta, Orochi on Gemma, Salva to come out on Chispita, Podolski to come out on Calandria, Cuchetti Crespo. Sorry, no, not Cachetti. It's Tomasito to come out on Picasso. Alfie to come out here on Aurora. Down close to the scoreboard end where Bangash are in camp, so they're out first. And coming back out here now is the UAE. So, some good goals being scored so far in this game. Been a great use of the ball. We've got a vision there from the drone for our Polo Line viewers. And so we'll be starting off with the roll in from the inside out, where the second hooter went. And so it just looks like we're still waiting on Lukien. Maybe he's had a little bit of a swap round on his horse list. Because he was scheduled to come out on Roulette, however. So we'll just have a slight pause now. And there we are once again on our social media. On Instagram at PoloLineOK. Facebook at PoloLineInt. And of course on YouTube, PoloLine TV. So Keane now joined his team. So, umpire Matthias. Just laying down the rules about this line out, gets that ball into play, comes out, and first onto this one here is Lukien. Lukien trying to get away from the man, struggling, trying to pick that ball up, and it's now left here for Alfredo Capella, who checks, turns, comes back inside. He has Potowski coming up the boards, but he decides to send that straight up the guts there. Now for Tomasito. Tomasito, who is ridden and pushed off that there, well, by Salva. Salva looks straight, turning play. In comes Rocci to tidy things up here once again. Rocci. In comes Potowski. Goes for the challenge. Just flicked away from him, though, by Rocci, who drops a mallet down. A lovely weighted pass out there for Salva. Salva gets onto that one there. Gets called off it. Leaves it for Rocci once again because he slipped his man, and Rocci looks up towards the goal. Roofs and skies that ball, but no, it's to the right. So the score remains the same, 6-4 in favour of Bangash. So Freddie Capella to bring this in for Bangash. Alfie sends that one out towards the Vela side, looking for Tomasito, but first to get over to this one here, looks like it is going to be Torreguitar. Torreguitar takes the hook, half spoilt, but managed to retain possession, sends the backhand, puts it out here now for Salva. Salva picks it up on his stick side here, going goal bound, but coming back at him there is Tomasito. He's going for a little swoop shot, couldn't quite pick that one up, and it tries to take it away there. It does Potowski. Potowski comes forward with the play, but it's picked up here by Torreguitar, and Torreguitar turns that away, avoids that hooking play, and turns back towards the goal here now, looking to try and put that one through. Comes off the pony, coach gets backed out of it beautifully there from the danger zone by Potowski. But Potowski's ball is only as far as Salva. Working hard on him is always is going to be, and a cheeky little play there by Tomasito comes in, comes near side once again. They're all just getting on top of this Polo, on top of each other a little bit, but Tomasito finds a bit of space and comes up with the ball here once again. Tomasito yields, leaves it now for Alfredo. Alfredo on the play. Alfredo comes one way, then goes the other way. Now to get up past Lukien. Gets up on the move here now. Boot bumping a ride off, and the ball's left here now for Salva. Salva comes in and turns it and sends that one back up forward once again. And who's up there? It's that man, Torreguitar. Torreguitar on the loose here now. Torreguitar going goalward bound. Alfie going to try and come back, but Lukien's going to look after him, but goes back over towards the ball on the near side. Couldn't quite pick that one up cleanly. And the ball's just coming up onto this one here. The backhand comes in there by Tomasito for Alfredo Capella. Alfie Capella comes up onto it, but Polo doesn't get much faster than this is what we're seeing here at the moment as he goes over the top, but he leaves it now for Torreguitar, who checks, turns, comes back inside and tries to get away there from Capella, from Potowski. Comes in between the two players, and Lukien wants a little something out of that. We get a very strong blow on the whistle, and we get, let's see what they decide. Let's have a little look on this one here now. You see Torreguitar, he's making a turning play. Lukien's in behind. Potowski tries to come in between. Potowski thought that, well, I was all right because that's where the line was. But the umpires, I think, viewing it differently. And yeah, he came in between the two players is what they're taking. And so the ball's being teed up here now for a penalty too. And, another yellow card. It's all boiling over a little bit here, Timothy. You need to be careful, otherwise somebody's going to be having a cup of tea on the side of the field. And so Salva tees the ball up in the Bangash camp. You can hear a few exclamation marks about keeping quiet, chaps, or not quite in those words. meaning of it is that. So, Habtoor for the UAE. From the 30-yard spot, drops some hammer down and through the goal it goes. With the score now, 5 goals it is for the UAE, 6 for Bangladesh. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Umpire Baveni. About halfway through his third chukker and the ball's in. It comes out left for Lukin by Rochi. Rochi goes up forward. Alfie drawing Alfie back deeper and deeper, and it's now going to be... Oh, and it is Lukin Monteverde showing his class out here once again, trying to get back to him. There is Potovsky now picked up here, though, by Rochi. He's cancelled out in the play, but picking it up quickly once again and tries to get through the traffic and turn back towards the goal was Salva Herechi. All to nil as the ball goes out over the back line. So, Capella up on the play here now. Capella. He's got Tomasito there with him. Cuts this one out wide there for Tomasito. Hopefully he hasn't got too much onto that one there as it goes out over the boards. And so the ball will be dropped with an 8-second count, of course. And Salva Herechi to bring this one back in again here now for the UAE. Salva. Comes in onto that one. The Woody tops that one, and he looks like he's going to allow the man in onto it. He skews it off out to the side, and the next to pick it up is going to be Hyder Bangash, and we've got a whistle on the play. It's late. Is that due to instruction to the umpires, or did they deem that Hyder had no play in that one there? Unfortunately, couldn't pick it up cleanly there. Good Tomasito, but Hyder chancing his arm, hoping there was enough room and enough space. And so just a little bit of discussion about it and see what the umpires decide. And it looks like this one is going to get moved up forward for a penalty 3. So a 40-yard penalty looks like here in favour of the UAE. And Salva just waits for a ball to tee it up.
He's the captain, he's asking a question, he's not shouting at us.
Maybe if Hyder had been a little quicker, he might have got away with it, but the ball just got skewed off in the wrong direction as far as Tomasito was concerned. Hyder tried to capitalise on the opportunity, unfortunately for him. You had the UAE player coming round back onto that line. And we've just had another whistle go.
It doesn't matter, it might be a slight human error on that part, a bit of communication, okay? We're having to deal with you, there's a lot of noise, and we have the earpiece together. It's not as easy as you think.
Just moving decision where the ball was being teed up and where they thought it should have been teed up. And yes, it is a penalty 3, not a penalty 2. That's going across the field. There's quite a bit of distance. So, it will be Salva Herechi to come through up onto this one here. Of course, we know it is defendable. Salva comes up, beautiful swing, sends that one through the goal, and through the goal it is there for Salva Herechi and the UAE, levelling up the scores here in Chukker number 3. 6 goals apiece as the players make their way back. You can see he comes up onto that one very nicely indeed. Lovely, gentle swing and fluid swing. Put goal number 6 on the board there for the UAE. So lining up once again. UAE now going towards the scoreboard. Get another whistle on that one there, I think Tomasito's just needing a moment. So, looks like we're lined up here once more. Ball back into play. Into play it is. Out the back. Trying to pick it up to Tomasito. Backhand there by Podolski. The backhand picked up by Tomasito. Quickly whips that pony around and off on the move he goes here now. Going back with him, of course, there is Lukin. Backhand by Rocci. Stopped, though, by Capella. Oh. And it looks like Salva's just copped one there. As a player comes through and away from him. Let's see if we can actually see. So the sloppy startiness in this game has been more due to injuries and issues than anything else. But we'll just give him a moment here now just to compose himself before we get back underway again. And Capella presuming that he will have the free ball as in possession of it were Bangash, and it is going to be Alfredo Capella to bring this back into play for the blue shirts of Bangash. Capella comes up, gives that ball a ride. Up the front door it goes, and looking for that one there is Hyder. Going up past across the face of goal here now, but it's just going to get shadowed out over the back line. No, it doesn't, because he wasn't going to make it, and now in comes Tomasito trying to weave his way through the traffic once again and again. It looks like he's just about the same place as before. Well, he might have been impeded to get to his right of way to get through to the ball. So let's see if we can see something on there. And umpires deeming there's possibly no advantage coming there from that situation. And so they blow the whistle. And we have a penalty too, in favour of Bangash, looking to get their nose back out into the lead again with 1:36 on the clock. And so the Prof just explaining his view there to the captain of the UAE. So, players called. Podolski on the ball. Podolski comes up, drops it down, and out into the lead they go once more. 7 goals it is to Bangash, 6 goals for the UAE. See on the replay there, Podolski just coming up really nice indeed, just getting himself comfortable and places that ball through the goals. So 7-6 of the scores. They come back here to the middle of the field. We'll should have time for another roll-in. And so Baveni lines 2 teams up once again and gets that ball bowled into play. Out the back of the line it comes. Capella looking for that one there. You see that massive overswing there of his, but trying to get back with him there is Torguitar. Matches the man, beats the man, gets called off it, leaves it now for Haurechi. Haurechi turns back inside. Haurechi unmarked at this point in time. Waiting for him, though, of course, is going to be Podolski. Podolski gets a move on because he thinks he's going to go with it. Goes with it, he does. Does Haurechi, just burns past the man, comes around the other side. Does Podolski, puts enough on it to spoil it. Flicks that ball forward here, there. Does Haurechi. Haurechi looking to level the scores up here now. Comes in with a near side backhand there. Does Podolski, but it is picked up now by Capella, and Capella sends this forward. Picked up by Podolski on his near side. Very deft little touch there by him, but couldn't take it any further. And next on to it here will be Lukin Monteverde. Lukin goes to the backhand. He gets a lot of height, but not the distance to get it to Rocci, and it's plucked out there by Alfredo Capella. In comes Salva. Flicks it away from him there for Podolski to take it up here now. Podolski gets challenged by Lukin. Has to come back out to the side. He's a little all over the plate, but picks it up here. Does Podolski. Podolski shows too much to Lukin and sends it forward. Lukin, does he go forward? No, they both left it behind, and it's now left here for Podolski once again. Podolski sends that one in towards the middle of the field, looking for Tomasito, but no, it's not. It's sent up here now by Toriguitar. Toriguitar going forward once again, trying to get onto it. There was Tomasito. He thought that it was his line, but in comes Haurechi, and there's a lot of squealing, there's a lot of passion in this game. Both of these teams are hungry for it. The first tutor's gone, so therefore that will end Chukker number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And the score is 7 goals to Bangash, 6 goals to the UAE. And so the players will leave the field, change ponies, before we come out for the last 2 Chukkers. And, of course, you see Torguitar there. And Bangash 7, UAE UE 6. So we'll just go now to some few adverts and messages and interview with Mohammed Habtoor after the Silver Cup victory.
I think we did it, silver and gold 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and with the same with Bati Bajugar, the captain, and we in the last 3 years we had a couple of changes, and this year the team played together more, so they are like on the spirit is there. They understand each other very much. Of course, when I qualified and then UAE qualified, for me it was not easy to relax for the 2 days before the final match, because UAE, as you know, is a very strong team. They are ranked number 1 in the UAE and the region. So to play against them, you have to be really prepared very well. So we prepared ourselves very well. We had almost we flew 34 horses in the top of what I have over here, and we played our game, and we just went as we said all in. Of course, during the game halfway they advanced 2 points against us, but we in the halftime we try to find where is the issue, where is the problem, and then we went and we draw, and then we scored 2 goals ahead and finished the game. No, I think the old team and the new team is both of them very solid, but in this team I felt more relaxed. As in every game we win by 2-3 goals, except of course with the Wolves. We lost 1-0. I think maybe it was our mistake. We went relaxed inside because we already qualified. But this team, I feel, is more solid, and then I would say that one is 99. This is like 100%. I think it doesn't matter if you are too busy. You always have time for the good things you do in your life, which is a sport in general, and my passion to polo and horses. So. It doesn't matter. If I can't do it in the afternoon, I come in the morning to do it. So I don't have a fixed time. If you realize that in the last 1 month, I've been coming in the morning practicing after my meetings and then go back to the office again. So whenever I have a gap, I go for my exercise and riding my horses. Yeah, good you remind me. I mean, our teams won 3 games. Yesterday we won a game with the Khalaf and Habtoor with the Wolves. I won with Habtoor. And I have a generation that they love polo, and then I have my grandson, as you saw, and even my granddaughter. They love polo and they come riding all the time. But of course they're still little. I'm preparing them for the future, and this is very important. That it's not only about me; it's about how to make the polo going in the future. This is very important. As you know, the polo is very expensive and difficult to find people to play the high level.
We come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match, Mayo Clinic breakthrough moments.
Oh, we're going to some of the goals here now, and this is a lovely finish. Next shot there by Haurechi. And this is Bautista. Just showing enough room at that. Just a beautiful goal there by Bautista. They're having to run back for it, but it's going all the way from Bautista Bajuga. And this one, Bauti playing a little bit of cat and mouse here. Gets up past, flicks that one forward, gets the ride off, goes with a little shot and puts that one away well. And here we had, that was a lovely passing play, really keen up there for Torreguitar. Torreguitar scoring back-to-back goals in that Chukker, and going forward here now. Torreguitar once again comes in, couldn't get the backhand there, could Solari, but it's going to be Torreguitar, finishes that one off well. coming back inside once again. Torgatar shows a bit of a show and go, looks to come inside, then straightened up and off he goes here now. Ujoa trying to get back to him, but not to be. Here, Bauti comes in, just finishes that off, looking for something out of that was Kulu, but not to be. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Al Habtoor. And we'll just have the replay there. Thank you very much, Polo, for the last play. You see, he had it on here. Tomasito was convinced that he had that line, and he thought that Torgatar came in, played it stick side, not near side. But the umpires will give us their decision in a moment. The whistle went. The two umpires you see just at the end of the Chukker just conversing. They've had a nice bit of a break. Let's see if we can see from the drone a little bit better. And so, teams coming back out onto the field here now. So there you see, of course, for our Polo Line viewers, Ainsley Saddles. The best choice, of course, in saddles for Polo, designed for the horse's athletic ability. Ross done a lot of research on the actual how saddles are being made, the girths, the fitting of the billet straps, everything. So two teams back out in the field here now. And the umpire's just explaining. And the ball has been dropped down. And it is going to go in favour of Bangash. So umpires unpicking that one there and agreeing with Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. So it will be Alfredo Capella to get the second half of this match underway. 7-6 is the score to start Chukker number 4. And off. So Capella. Oh, Pony comes back down to the trot, brings it back up to the canter and sends that ball 100, 150 yards towards the goal. It is, but it's gone across the face of goal and out over the back line. So the ball on the back line for Salva Herechi to bring in for the UAE here now. Salva goes under the neck, pushes out here now for Torgatar. Torgatar on Ancestral again. Tucking in behind is Lukeen. Goes up, looks to beat the first man. Patowski coming over on Chiva. And it is going to be bringing that ball forward. Ball goes out towards the side. Helped out there by Chiva. And a nice little backhand there. Trying to get onto it there is Lukeen, but it falls for Capella. Capella straightens himself up here now. And he's got the players coming with, all gone up forward. Opens that shoulder up, looks to send that one forward out here now. Looking to try and get up onto this one here on his near side is Patowski. Flattens up onto that one beautifully as Lukeen just didn't get to the party in time. And it's now picked up here by Patowski. Patowski goes past one, just gets a little bit of a nudge, he thought. And in comes Tomasito, feeds it forward once again. And a backhand comes in by Salva quickly and very athletically. The pony just avoids that goalpost there. Ball in towards the middle of the field. And we get a whistle on the play. So let's see if we can see it. I mean, Alfie thought he had it. Lukeen thought he had it. Did Lukeen come round the front of it? No, and it looks like this now is going to get moved up forward for penalty 5B in favour of UAE. Alfie was convinced, as you see, he's having a chat with the umpire. The prof, who's basically explaining clearly nothing for you there, my friend. And so the ball to be teed up there by Salva. Who's scheduled to be out on Istanbul. So Salvarecci, he's got a monster hit on him, as does Capella. So, Salvarecci up to this one, first time. He's got the height, it doesn't have quite the distance. He might have been looking for it and waiting for that one there to come up onto it. Oh, bit of sneaky play there by Capella. He's got his eye on that ball. Lukien reckoned it was still to his left-hand side, but Capella's there, looking to meet that ball on his stick side. And the umpires are quite clear about it. And, of course, the player who has most right to the line of the play is the player who has it with a minimal angle on their stick side. They must have felt that Lukien had come a little bit from right to left to get it onto his stick side. And it looked... So it's only going to a 5B this one, because Blue were not actually in possession of it going forward. Had the potential to be, but... A 5B here now for the blue shirts. Old Bangash being teed up there by Alfredo Capella. Having a quick chat with Fede. So Alfredo Capella. A big tussle going on up the front there. Hyder trying to look after Salvarecci. Mata getting in the mix as well. So Capella to come round up onto this one here now. Capella sends that one up the front door here now, looking for his man, but he's got a lot of wood onto it, and trying to get onto it there is going to be Petovsky. Picked away there, though this time by Salvarecci, and the ball goes out of play. A whistle blows. I'm probably going to check to see if this is a corner or if it goes from the back line. And let's have a little look here now. Now Richie just got a little tap on that one there, then the momentum of it carried it over the back line. So we'll have a corner. A penalty 6 in favour of Bangash, to be teed up by Alfredo Capella. 7-6 is the score here in Chukker number 4. So where the ball went out of play, Alfredo just tees it up. Players called. And around he will come. Taking a nice run up here is Capella. Oh, Bone, he just checks it a little bit, comes back to the canter, sends out, and it's along the ground, it's bouncing, and out to the left-hand side it goes. So the score remains 7-6. They were looking for 8. And it is Salvarecci to bring it in off the back line here now. Salvarecci brings this ball up forward here now. Salva sends that ball out there now for Lukien. Lukien up onto it. He's got players going up the middle. Tries to go the first time play, but just shows a little bit too much of it there to Alfredo. And doesn't get it up to his teammates. And the backhand comes in. The backhand comes in, gets stopped. And trying to get back onto it is Lukien. Lukien takes... Alfredo takes it deeper down his own territory and looks to suck it back inside, and does so very well indeed. Alfredo going back with him once again, but it is Lukien on the play here now. In behind comes Salva, comes in, makes a stealing play and steals that one away. Pinches it out from underneath his nose, but it's only as far as Tomasito has been worked on there by Torigata. Gets told to yield off it, and going forward, leaving it for Capella. Capella sends it up over the top once more. He's looking up there for Hyder. Hyder looking to come in onto his near side, but on the near side play there by Salvarecci. Flicks it away from the danger zone. Back out again to the Villas, but it's picked up here by Tomasito. But in turn, as he comes around the corner, he's met there by Lukien, who takes it away, but in turn leaves it now for Salvarecci, who fizzes that one up forward. But it gets stopped in its tracks, and on the boards there, working hard to try and pick it up here now is Lukien once again. Lukien Monteverde. Lukien comes in behind there of Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. They all go up forward, and he sends that ball up and gives it a ride, and he's out there towards the right-hand side out there for Salvarecci. Salvarecci on the play here now. Salvarecci goes in with a nice controlled play, just manages to bring that ball in from in behind him and goes goalward bound here now, looking just to stick a ball this one all the way home, and a lovely hard work goal. It took a little bit of time for them to get their act together, but when they did, they used the ball, opened it up. Now Recce pushed it away beautifully. 7 goals it is now to the UAE to match the 7 goals of Bangladesh. Had a lot to do. You had to pick that ball up from behind him at one point, but no problem there for Salva Harici. And so back onto the field. A couple of quick changes as we're down that end, and it'll be the Prof to bowl this ball into play, and players just about onside, and coming off the back of the line out there is Rochi. Out towards the side he goes. We decides to take the man on in the form of Alfredo Capella, cancelling each other out to the next pair. Left now for Salva. Salva wants another bite of the cherry, but leaves it now for Lukin. Lukin just dances around with the ball here now and settles down onto it. Comes one way, comes the other way, gets past one, looks to get past another, but he knows he's still got Alfredo still there in front, but it gives enough time for a man to get in behind, and there's plays trying to get slipped between the players, and we get a whistle on the play. And you see Lukin here, he's trying to come between. Maybe a little bit of a foul hook going on accidentally there by Tomasito, and Alfredo coming across the front. So they're given a penalty one. A penalty one has been given. So UAE, 8 goals it is for the UAE. 7 still for Bangladesh. So a couple of more changes going on. And we'll be starting off with a hit in from the midfield spot. Penalty 5, B. So unleashes that one there, does Haureche after that goal by Lukin, and sent up forward out here, but Tomasito intercepts it well and takes it away out towards the side here now. And then the hook comes in, the ball's left in behind him, Lukin picks it up once again. In comes a spoiling play there from Petovsky, and we get a whistle on that play. Let's have a look at the drone here. So the ball just flicked in towards the middle of the field. And it looks like we're going to have a roll in. The ball gets bowled into play from the inside out. And the backhand comes in by Torrigitar, comes off Pony, manages to pick it up once again. Tries to come forward, gets hooked off at it from long reach there. Whipping that pony round. Opa! Whipping that pony round there quickly was Petovsky, but when he tries to go for the recovery shot, so just have a slight pause there, ladies and gentlemen. So just going to have a quick break there, ladies and gentlemen. So the score, 8 goals to 7 it is, in favour of the UAE. And we'll just go to a few messages and a bit of a break for our Polo Line viewers. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. That's definitely on that play there. There had to be a number of replays just to double check and be 100% sure, as both players were turning together. An accidental, unfortunate accident there. The pony seems to be fine. And so umpires still discussing this one as to the complete outcome. They have their decision on what they feel. It just depends on where they're going to, and what penalty they're going to be given, and if there's any malicing in that. I don't believe there was, and that would have forced a guarding issue. However, and yeah, the pony seems to be fine. And it's an easy thing when you're trying to reach back and pull that ball forward. So both players are playing together, or turning together rather. Unfortunately got a knock on the head. And so we have a penalty 4 has been given in favour of the UAE. And it is Salvarici. Tee that ball up. So 8-7's the score in favour of UAE, looking for 9. Salvarici here now. Comes up to this one, leans into it, but it looks like it's gone out to the right-hand side. And wide to the back line, so score remains the same. 8 goals to 7 is, and 2:20-odd seconds on the clock. Alfredo Capella to bring this one into play here now. Alfie. Taps it up forward. As Pitowski goes out there on a run. He goes the other way and sends it out here now for Tomasito. Loses a little bit of momentum, but picks that ball up here now. Goes to the first-time player and gives that ball a ride up there for Haider. Haider Bangash looking to come onto this here now. Haider's coming in with an near side. Spoils that and thwarts that play. Good play by her and stops the attack there of Bangash's. It is Haureche to come round. Shows a little bit too much there to Pitowski. Comes back to try and spoil the play. And Lukin tidies up and fends it up forward here once again and unleashes here now. Toriguitar into the Bangash half. He's gone a little bit across the field here now. Gets straightened up onto it. Unfortunately lost the head of his mallet and the ball backed out of it beautifully there by Tomasito. Trying to get onto it is going to be Alfredo. Makes a turn. Pitowski goes up forward. Goes to unleash it here this time. And looking to get onto it, there's Tomasito. Tomasito picks it up and looks to come in between the players. He just unfortunately left that one behind, and it's going to be Haureche to pick it up here now. Haureche faces back into attack once again. Lukin's gone forward. He's got Rocci forward. Up he goes. Back there to Rocci comes Capella. Capella comes in. Gets the near side play just to spoil that attack. But first onto it is here going to be Haureche. Looks up towards the goal and dials that one straight into the pony, and we get a whistle on the play. Both these teams desperate to get this first win in here. Playing in the leagues. And there it is, Haureche up onto it. Ooh, let's see what the umpires say about this one here. This man checks his pony and looks to try and change there. Does Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Tomasito just looking for another pony. And there we have, of course, the innovation in equine protection. The horse's temples and front of the head. A lot of players starting to adopt this. A very good thing to do. A great safety device has been created by the great Hugo Meyer. And so Tomasito back mounted up again. And we have a penalty here in favour of UAE. Tomasito, as you saw on the replay, darting across the line at the last minute. Endangering himself and Pony, or Pony and himself, whichever way you want to put it. And so, Haurichi, looking for 9, comes in with a penalty 2 and puts it away, and through the goal it goes. 9 goals it is for UAE, 7 for UAE. The whistle goes again, and therefore we will also have a hit from the middle of the field. You can see on the drone there for Haurichi. No mistake with these 30-yard penalties. And so the ball's dropped down here now for Haurichi again. But this time, going towards the scoreboard from the midfield penalty spot. So Haurichi up onto the play here now. Lukine's a long way forward. Back with him there is Tomasito. Comes up onto it, gives that ball a ride. Out there, slightly to the left-hand side, and it's going to go up past all the players now over the back line. Remember, Apollo Field's 150 yards long from the halfway point, so 300 in total. The ball's on the back line here now. Alfredo's quickly changing. So the umpires will probably call play. It'll be one of the other guys to take it. We've got 42 seconds on the clock. And it's going to be brought in here now by Tomasito. Fedek goes out on the run, yields off, leaves it for Alfredo. Alfredo puts this one out here now. Just going to have to come back down to it, but can't get onto it. It's Butovsky, and it is going to be Lukine to pick up the spoils here now. Lukine, and looking to try and steal that one there as Butovsky sends a little backhand as well. And it's going to be Alfredo to pick it up here now. Couldn't do so, got ridden off out of it and picked up there by Tomasito, but couldn't quite drag it forward. And it is Haurichi once again, avoiding the attack there from Butovsky, and sends that one goalward bound this time. But again, we're going out towards the left-hand side, so we're just about back to where we were as that clock tick-tocks down. Just need to pause for a moment to compose himself, but he unleashed it. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That there will end Chukker number 4 with the score being 7-9. So the players will change, and they'll come back with a hit in from the scoreboard end by Alfredo Capella and Bangash. And so now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. Just to finish it off, and here we go here now. Lovely neck shot. That was a lovely neck shot there by Gonzalito. Put it away well. Absolute cracking neck shot. Just got enough space and time to get through and onto that ball. And here we have Habtoor supporting Crespo. Crespo got away out into space. Nothing Dante could do. He's just to the ball too quick. So a lovely shot there. And here we go. Up onto it here now. You see Habtoor has been ridden off by Saad, but just got the better of him and put that one away underneath the neck. And yet again, here we have that was a cracking play there by Felix S.A.N. Let the ball do the work and put it up the front door there for Crespo. Well positioned and put it away nicely. And this just poetry in motion, that near side neck shot there by Gonzalito. So welcome back here now for our Polo Line viewers to Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club here in Dubai, the UAE. And I'd like to once again to thank our sponsors, Bentley Emirates, the official dealer and sole authorised importer for Bentley Motors in the UAE since 1983. Welcoming back again, of course, Diamond Lease, a fully owned subsidiary of Al Habtoor Group, established all the way back in '96, offering automotive rental and leasing solutions to corporate and private clients. US Polo ASSN is the official sports brand of the United States Polo Association. And we thank you once again for your kind support, once again. And so it'll be Alfredo Capella to bring it back into play. Alfie taps this one up forward here now. Up to about the 30. Betty gone out towards the Villa side, but he opts to send that one out up the middle, a little bit out towards the right. Looking for that to come down is Haureche. It comes down for Haureche on the near side. Plays a good backhand, sends that one in there for Lukien to come onto. Going back with him, though, is going to be Capella. Capella in there with Lukien. Show and go from him. Manages to keep that ball going forward here, but he's wide of those goals. So he's going to check up dummies the next shot, but keeps on going forward and gives Capella time to get to him. In comes Haureche to join the party as well and gets him behind. That goes off forward and he ends up possibly showing a bit too much to Fedi, but Fedi couldn't take it away. And it is Lukien once more. Lukien Monteverdi. Lukien flicks it out there, out towards the side. We get a whistle on the play. Let's have a little look here. It's a bit scrappy down that end, trying to fiddle around with it too much. And it looks like Lukien was just trying to steal that one away from Capella. And so this ball's going to get moved up for a midfield penalty, a penalty 5B. But whilst he's teeing this up, I'd just like to remind everybody for the general entry for our finals on the 14th are now available at Virgin Tickets Platinum List and the AHG Loyal app. You'll have to be quick because the gazebos, there's only the big ones to the left, are 2,800 dirhams with a picnic basket for 8 and parking passes. The Gold Lounge, sold out. The cocktail tables in the Gold Lounge also sold out. There's only limited spaces available at the Garden by Il Pastaio. So Capella comes in, sends that one along the ground. Half cut out the play there by Lukien. Getting onto it though is Patowski. Couldn't take it. Haider fishes that one up forward once again. And he doesn't just fizz it forward. That's goal number 3 on the board there for Haider Bangash. Taking the score now, 8-9. Haider, always well positioned, always reliable, puts it away well. It's Haider Bangash. So back to the middle in front of us here at Polo Line. Prof bowls that ball into play. Haureche picks it up. Spoiled his play there by Tomasito, but picks it up again. Comes forward here now. Haureche gets away from Tomasito. Couldn't take it any further, but it's now picked up by Capella. Stick side onto his near side. In comes Lukien. Takes the man, picks up the ball, controls the play. And looking for a little bit of something out of that one there. We got a whistle on the play. Let's have a little look on the replay here. They're all just getting a little tricky. Where's the drone? Oh, there it is. And so just coming in from behind a little bit there. But that just happens when they're chopping and turning with the play so much. And it's going to be Capella to tee this one up here now. Alfredo Capella. Capella gets hold of that. He's gone up the field here now, looking for that to come down there. Is Patowski brought forward there by Haureche. Little backhand out there for Torreguitar up past Tomasito. Straightens himself up onto it once again. He's got to try and get in between the players here once again. Lukien looks after Tomasito, goes up with a bouncing ball and takes it forward and sends it out there for Lukien. Looking for something out of that there. Lukien stick side, near side, stick side again, looking to pick that through, but under a lot of pressure there from Tomasito. Fernandez Llorente, and the ball just going wide. See Alfredo Capella looking to bring this back into play, but this time from the Villa end. He attempts to bring it in from the far end at the scoreboard end, but now he goes hard underneath the neck, looking there for Tomasito picks that one up here. Tomasito there with Rochi. Here's the call. He knows he's got Hyder out there in front. Hyder comes up with an near side play. Looks to pick it up. Couldn't quite do so. Crosses over in front as he does. In front of Toriguitar. You can see on this here, Hyder just trying to come over to it. When he goes to pick it up, he just comes across that line a little bit. Toriguitar. Hard down the line. Draws the attention of the umpire's whistle. And so Haurechi to bring it back in from just inside their 60. Sends it out here now for Lukin. Oh, look, try and meet that one. Did Tomasito, couldn't do so. Lukin up on the play here now. Lukin coming forward. Toriguitar's gone forward. Highness is up there forward, as does Haurechi. He's going to use his running skills, gets taken off half out of it there, and it falls here now for Pitovsky. Sends a backhand. The backhand comes in, looking to come near side up onto it here beautifully there. Does Alfredo Capella away from Haurechi. Again, it's Capella. He's gone a little straight, a little bit to the right-hand side. He's looking for the goal here now, looking to level the scores. Under the neck he goes, but no, he gets the cane. And his hand goes to his helmet. A lovely opening backhand there by Pitovsky. But he just gets a bit of cane at the last second there, and out wide it goes. So off the back line, Haurechi, end-to-end stuff here now. It is Haurechi out there here now, under the neck for Lukin. Lukin onto the play. 8-9 is the score, it remains. It is Lukin coming up. Capella comes in, goes with the backhand, sends it ricochets off Lukin. It's now picked up by Haurechi once more. He now looks to take on Capella. Comes in up onto this one here now, and is trying to milk something out of it, but Rochi comes in and picks and tidies things up once again. Takes the ball forward and plucks it out there 3 times and sends it out wide so he can try and get back onto it away there from Tomasito. Checks up with that one there. Tomasito comes up with the spoils and fishes away with the play here now. Keeps control of it here. There's Tomasito, Fernandez, Llorente. Tomasito comes away there from Haurechi. And it is Tomasito. Threats hooked off out of it, and it falls now for Lukin, and he leaves it now for Capella, and Capella couldn't pick that up either, but it's going to be Haurechi. Maybe the boys are getting a little bit tired. It's been fast, furious, and absolutely manic. Coming to meet that one there was Pitovsky. Pulls it away there from Haurechi, and it is now Pitovsky on the move. Pitovsky, here we go. Pitovsky coming forward here, back onto his near side, avoids the hook and sends it up forward here. Hyder waiting for the near side play, looks for the hook, gets the hook and leaves the ball there for Tomasito, and Tomasito comes in, but oh, he couldn't quite finish it. It just goes wide to the left-hand side. Reaching out almost parallel to the ground there. 90 degrees to the horse, just reaching to try and get that one through, but not to be, as Haurechi brings this one back into play. Haurechi, as Pitovsky is off the field, quickly changing, taking advantage of that situation as Pitovsky starts to come back on again. Haurechi just running this ball up the field here now. Haurechi opens that shoulder up and bombs it up forward here now for Toriguitar. They have a man over, and Toriguitar going goalward bound. Toriguitar checks, taps, and through the goal it is there for Rosendo Toriguitar. Making it double figures for UAE. That's 10 goals to 9. 10 goals to 8. And a minute 25 on the clock left to play as the players come back to the field. There's about a minute of play left. That was so important, that goal for Bangash. Wasn't to be. Great play by Hyder. Making the hook there on Lukin, who came back to spoil the play. And so, ball back into play. Into play it is. Stuck in the middle. Lukin comes away with it here now. Umpire scurries out the way. Backhand comes in. Looks like it is going to be Pitovsky. Pitovsky comes to pick this one up. Pitovsky, and we get a whistle. As yes, the play was interfered with there, and no advantage to the team in control of the ball. We'll just have another little look. As it came off the umpire's pony. Quite often they'll ignore it, but if no advantage comes of it for the team that's in possession of the play, then so we have a drop ball here now in favour of UAE. 54 seconds on the clock as Fetty 40 was away. Haurechi brings it up. Fetty comes in to put the pressure on. Comes up to him here now. Goes under the neck with that one there. Doesn't get as much onto as he would like to have done so. And coming back round up onto it is... Oh, and he couldn't quite pick that one up. could Alfie, nor could Roches. Picked up here by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente coming forward once again. He's got Fedig on forward. He opens that shoulder up and sends it up here now, but he's on the inside. Haurechi's on the outside, pushes him wide, flicks it towards the middle of the field, and on the near side, Haurechi comes and tidies this up once again. Oh, and he's just tiring, and he just couldn't quite pick it up, so Toriguitar comes back to try and tidy things up. The backhand comes in, and it's Tomasito, sends it in towards the goal, but it falls short, and to the left-hand side it is. As we have a whistle on the play. That has stopped the clock on 17 seconds. So umpires discussing. You see there on the screen, Lukin and Haurechi and Rochi. 2 goals to margin. And a matter of seconds left. And no foul has been given. So the ball is on the back line here now for the UAE. And Salva Haurechi to bring into play. Salva brings it in. First time play, gives that ball a ride. Up the field it goes, out towards the Polo line side. Coming onto it is Capella. Capella checks up, turns, faces back towards the goal. He looks up towards the goal and unleashes it, and it's going, but it's got a bit of a curl on it, and unfortunately it just goes wide to the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. As the clock tick-tocks down, the hooter goes, and that there will end our first match in the 17th edition of the Gold Cup here at Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. There you see on screen for our Polo Line viewers. 8 goals to 10 it is. As the players congratulate and thank each other. Lovely game of polo that was. Open, fast, and we look forward to many similar games here. And of course, please tune in tomorrow, or at least if you can, make your way to Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for our 2 matches that we have on tomorrow afternoon. And Chukker by Chukker, you can see on screen there. After Chukker number 1, it was 3-2 to Bangash. They came out, gave the jump, buzzing they were. And then in Chukker number 2, 6-4. Into the half-time break, 7 goals to 6. Bangash keeping that lead. But in Chukker number 4, UAE turned it on, getting that ball through the goals, having 3-0 with the final score after Chukker number 4, 7 goals to 9. And after Chukker number 5, 1 goal scored by Bangash. And 1 by UAE, but that was enough. Many opportunity, many attempts, and a lot of pressure. The final score, 8 goals to 10. You can see there on screen in the background there, Lucas Monteverde on the side. Going to congratulate Haurechi there. And now we'll just go to some of the best goals, and you can see there Luke Becerra in there. Oh, Petowski couldn't pick it up. Oh, Haider Bangash once again. That was goal number 3 for Haider. Great afternoon for Haider Bangash on his goal scoring. Haurechi picked that ball up beautifully from behind. Good eye, keeps this ball moving forward and looks to stick and ball this one home. And through the goal it goes. And the backhand there by Haurechi. Oh, there was a beautiful backhand there. It was placed into the middle field for him to pick up. He opted to take an amazing open backhand out there for Rochi. Found a bit of space and off he went and put it away as he does. And here we have once again Rochi taking on the big man. Goes under the neck. Lovely goal by Toriguitar once again. And here Lukin flicks that up and in comes Haurechi on the top of the bounce. Through the goals it goes. That was a cracking goal, I thought. And here once again Tomasito cuts this one in. This is for Haider, and Haider finishes it off well. This was Petowski. It was in Chukker number 1 there. It's on Chiva. He turned around, scored a couple of great goals in that Chukker. 2 back-to-back goals. Gets up past the man. And that's number 2. 3 of the goals it is. 2 nice goals there on Little Chiva. And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. A very happy camp there in the UAE, of course. It's always good to start this Gold Cup on a win. Very important that they do so too. just had their photograph taken. And the whole team in there. And now we'll just go to a few of the stats here, ladies and gentlemen. So the final score, 8 goals to 10. Field goals. 4 for Bangladesh, 5 for UAE. Throw-ins, 8 to 10. So pretty even Stevens. Fouls, the reverse of that almost, 10 to 7. Penalties, 4 from 5 there for Bangladesh, 5 from 6 for UAE. And of course, corners. We did have a corner, but unfortunately nothing came for it for Bangladesh. And we had a couple of yellow cards out there. And so on the whole, a very clean game indeed. It was fast, it was quick, the ball was being used. And a nice spectators game of polo. So ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Adam Snowden and Polo Line, we look forward to you tuning in tomorrow at 2 o'clock for our first match here at Habtoor.